position, the distance. I mean, he returned in the Turnbull with an excellent performance, and then he went to the Caulfield Cup where he went a little bit early, and probably a blessing that he didn't win because he might have got a penalty for the Melbourne Cup. But the barrier's a little bit of a concern. If he can have a bit of luck, well, I'm sure he's going to. Well, I think he'll be in the finish.
12 into 11 on the fourth line of betting.
And the second Waller runner is Youngstar, 6th last year.
Yeah, good, honest sort of performance. She hasn't won for a heck of a long time, but there is class racing for her. Tommy Berry's steering, so gets bonus points there too, Gasky.
Yeah, drawing a nice barrier and it'll probably settle in a midfield position. I think she'll run pretty well, but I couldn't see her winning.
$31 chance in from 34.
All right, here's with your first four, Mr. Russell.
First four, 11, 2, 1 and 23. So we're talking about Finch, Cross Counter, Murder Glaze and Vow and Declare.
And what have you narrowed it down to, Gessie?
I'm going for cross counter back-to-back victories in the Melbourne Cup. Number 11, Finch in for second, Constantinople third pick, and number 13, Raymond Tusk in for fourth.
On track figures, Finch the favourite, 8 to 8.50. Constantinople 9 to 9.50. Murder Glass has not budged from 9.50 throughout. Surprise Baby Ditto from $12. Vow and Declare 11.12 back to 11. Cross Counter 13.14 back to 13. Il Paradiso late 18 into 17. Same for Prince of Aaron. There's another couple of nibbles, nothing significant. Really late on the tab fix. Who's best back?
Yeah, your favourite for the Cup is the locally trained Finch, $8 will start favourite for the Cup.
Steeped in history, first run in 1861. It's now the richest 2-mile race in the world. $7.7 million, $4.4 million to the winner. They are getting set for the 2019 Lexus Melbourne Cup with Matt Hill. Raymond Tusk standing patiently. Just about half the field to get set. Here is Mustajir, Damien Oliver with 3 wins of the Cup. If he was able to take this, he joins Bobby Lewis and Harry White, just like Kieran McAvoy as well, who is going for 4 on Finch. So after a massive build-up, the answer we're about to find in about 3.5 minutes. Constantinople goes forward for Joe Moreira. Constantinople, very good trial one in the Caulfield Cup. So they continue to load. Young Star, Tommy Berry, his 6th ride in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Hunting Horn, jockey Shamey Heffernan's first ride, sporting a yellow distinguishing cap. Now going in sound, there's Surprise Baby with Geordie Charles for Paul Prushka. Hunting Horn now goes in, Vow and Declare, with Craig Williams, his 16th attempt at the great race. Going forwards, Latrobe is about to load in. There's Latrobe going forward, 6th ride for James McDonald. They're just about set, Mare de Glace about to come along, Rostropovich is in. There is Magic Wand going forwards, or at least was about to, takes one more turn. Ryan Moore looking for his 2nd Cup, and that will complete the line. Magic Wand to the outside alley, and the field is set for the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Ready to go, stalls are back, and they're racing. Nerf Boss veered to the right and bumped into Magic Wand shortly after the start. Beginning well towards the inside, Finch and Master of Reality. Mare de Glace is closer today in the early part. Pushing up out wider is Hunting Horn, and also Young Star in that group with Prince of Aaron and Vow and Declare. So almost 5 or 6 across the track in the first 400 metres. Mirage Dancer behind those, and then Steel Prince, who's 3 and 4 wide. Then Twilight Payment about 8th or 9th out deeper from Raymond Tusk. Next cross counter Constantinople on the fence. Then came Southern France 3 and 4 wide from Mustajir Sound. Next Latrobe downdraft and well back in the field early. Settling down is on the inside Rostropovich with also Magic Wand. In the chosen one Il Paradiso, Surprise Baby 2nd last, and at the end is Nerf Bosk. At the judge, Vow and Declare for Australia leads with Twilight Payment ambling up on its outside. inside. A length and a quarter away then is Master of Reality in a plum spot from Young Star, and the speed is muddling in the early part of the race. They were followed by Prince of Arran, out wide a Hunting Horn from Steel Prince who's pulling. Next is Finch, a length and a half away Mirage Dancer, then Raymond Tusk, and then came Southern France. Mare de Glace, after beginning well, is now about midfield, one off the fence from Constantinople as they head towards the riverside in the 1700 metres. Further back is Mustajir, there's no pace in the cup. Constantinople on the fence, and then came Cross Counter Downdraft, well back in the field now, heading towards the 1650 is Latrobe, and then came Sound. Further back is Surprise Baby, Magic Wand around him, Rostropovich the inside, a length, Il Paradiso the chosen one, and at the back is Nerf Bosk. So it's Twilight Payment heading towards the 1400 metres, just gets a little bit quicker, a length and three quarters to in second, Master of Reality. They were followed by Vow and Declare, the box seat third, then came Hunting Horn, Prince of Arran, a length and a half, Young Star and Steel Prince still pulling, a length and a half to Finch, and then came Raymond Tusk. Next Mirage Dancer and Constantinople at the 1200 metres. Further back in the field, Southern France, who's a bit wide, then Mare de Glace. Next in the field, Latrobe, Mustajir, Cross Counter, Downdraft, Sound, Mirage Dancer on the fence, a length and a quarter away at the 1000 is Magic Wand trying to get going. Surprise Baby's making his move, Il Paradiso third last, and then came the chosen one, and two further back is Nerf Bosk. So heading towards the 850 and beyond, Twilight Payment leads three quarters, Master of Reality, Hunting Horn 3D, Vow and Declare behind them from Prince of Arran. Steel Prince trucks up about three off the lead around the turn, Mustajir with a looping run, and Finch is with him, and they were followed by Raymond Tusk, Constantinople trying to get into the clear from Mare de Glace. Next behind those horses, Southern France and Downdraft, Master of Reality at the top of the straight went for home at the 400 metres. Vow and Declare back to the inside, two legs Prince of Arran, then came Hunting Horn, Il Paradiso late, Master of Reality with Vow and Declare on the inside, then Prince of Arran, Raymond Tusk, Finch, it's Master of Reality, Vow and Declare up on the inside, Vow and Declare, Prince of Arran is lifting late with Il Paradiso, Master of Reality just in front, Vow and Declare kicks, Vow and Declare's won it for Australia, they're on top of the world, beats Prince of Arran, Il Paradiso in a photo finish, and Master of Reality, a classic cup. Behind them, Mare de Glace, then Cross Counter. Next to finish in the race was Sound, Twilight Payment, then came Raymond Tusk, Steel Prince, Constantinople pulls up with the chosen one, Finch. Back behind them, Latrobe, Nerf Bosk, Mirage Dancer, well back, Young Star, Mustajir, Southern France, Downdraft, well back, with also behind those Hunting Horn towards the end, with also Rostropovich, and it was one of the last to pull up, and Magic Wand back with those. Vow and Declare will win the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Vow and Declare in a thrilling finish will win. It is a photo for the miners between Master of Reality and Prince of Arran, and Il Paradiso was driving through late. Vow and Declare will win at 11.70 and 3.90. Has won it in a grandstand finish. Vow and Declare, Craig Williams for Danny O'Brien, a 16th attempt for Craig, and finally he's done it. Vow and Declare, who sat box seat in a race with no pace, has just continued to rally on the inside and has won the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Photo for the miners, Master of Reality with Frankie Dettori and Prince of Arran on the outside. Michael Walker have hit that, it's very close for second. Il Paradiso is wedged in between them and was absolutely...
It's like you've got your wife and you've got your children here with you. You just won Australia's greatest race.
Yeah, it's an amazingly special thing to happen. I really can't believe it. I feel incredibly blessed to have a horse good enough to be in it, and then for him to be ridden so beautifully by Craig. And the last 100, he just wouldn't give it in. He wouldn't give it in and put his head out of the line, and now we won the Melbourne Cup.
Are you surprised at a lot of people him going forward? Was that the pre-race game?
No, I left it completely up to Craig, and it's been the winning move, hasn't it? He rolled the dice like he does. He's an outstanding jockey. He wasn't afraid to try something different than what the map probably said. And, ultimately, it's been the winning move.
You
your beautiful children here as well. Thomas, how good is that? And how good was that moment for you?
Oh my God, I've been waiting years for this moment.
We'll hear more from you in a moment, Danny. Let's hear from the winning jockey.
This is what dreams are made of. Craig Williams, you have tried to win this race, and today you are successful. You've done it, Craig. You've won it for Australia.
No, I was just lucky enough to sit on Found Declare, Curtis and Danny O'Brien. Matt Harrington, he's actually let all the people through social media get involved in this horse's preparation. Ben, I don't want to name everyone in the stable, but without all their hard work, we don't have this horse. Danny O'Brien's got a fantastic story with him, but no one. Thank you very much, guys. And it was a privilege to ride him today. We had a typical barrier draw, being enticed down instructions and trust him, we know what we can do. And it's been great to be associated with a great horse like this horse. I rode him on debut. James Wings won his maiden at Warrnambool 12 months ago, and he progressed. So I can't do it without him. Look at him, he knows he won. And again, I'm so grateful to be given the opportunity. My parents raised me. They instilled a lot of things in me, and I'm ever grateful for their support. My two brothers, my wife Lisa, our 4 children who came out to the races today, Victor, Atlanta, Oliver and Summer. That's my core family. My team around me is so big. My manager Jason Breen, Jimmy Higgins, Ian Ford, Stephen Bremner, Candice Holt, Maria McEwen. I've got a couple of doctors out there with the dentistry. But again, this day's only successful as it is with all the other people we have. Liam O'Keefe was track curator with the weather they did. I was able, on the 15th meeting there for their carnival, to be able to win on the fence. And so we had all this packed stuff having a safe contest.
Craig, in a few moments you are going to be greeted by 100,000 people. You've waited a long time for this moment. Will you soak in every little second of it?
Yeah, everyone I have to thank, guys. My 2 brothers, David and Jason. I've got to thank everyone around me that's touched my life throughout my career. That's given me advice, confidence, and they're all a part of this win, so I hope they'll enjoy it. But you're right, I'm sorry if I can't thank everyone, but I'm going to really enjoy this.
They know you're grateful, Craig. This is about you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So big thanks to Channel 10 for those post-race interviews with the cup-winning debutants Craig Williams and Danny O'Brien. It's 23, 3, 12 and 20. And he went forward early on Vow and Declare, Craig Williams.
Did he right? And who says you can't win Melbourne Cups from wide barriers? That was an inspired ride. He just knew he had to get across Willow, and yeah, the horse was in the perfect position, especially with such a moderate tempo. They did walk for the first mile.
And never went around a horse, Mr. Guest, getting up on their inside as they wheeled for home.
Yeah, right of the year. That was a fantastic thinking ride by Craig. I mean, he drew a very wide barrier, and I suppose he thought, well, we're going to go forward. If we go back and they don't go hard, how are we going to make up the ground? And he took a punt, they went forward, got into a really good spot just behind the lead. And he was headed in the straight, but just came back and showed a lot of determination, both jockey and horse, and got the prize in that last little bit. There might have even been a protest if he hadn't have got the win, but it was what a strong performance. Really ran it out because at the 200, it looked like he may have been beaten, but he was probably 2 lengths off Master of Reality. Frankie Dettori would have thought, here's my Melbourne Cup, here's my chance. But Fair and Declared, you just got, it's full merit to him. I mean, there was so many horses around him as well. They'd finished close up. They ran really good races like Murder Glass, and Surprise Baby was enormous, and Prince of Arran, they ran really well. And El Paradiso was just a touch unlucky, but nothing can be taken away from a horse that was ridden so well and was so strong and was headed in the straight. Full merit.
23, 3, 12 and 20. Have a look at that first four. It pays 93,000 on Super Tab. Vow and Declare wins the 2019 Melbourne Cup. Watch Craig Williams go forward early. It was probably a winning move as we roll a replay.
Ready to go, stalls are back, and they're racing. Nerf Boss veered to the right and bumped into Magic Wand shortly after the start. Beginning well towards the inside, Finch and Master of Reality. Mare de Glaces closer today in the early part. Pushing up out wider is Hunting Horn, and also Young Star in that group with Prince of Aaron and Vow and Declare. So almost 5 or 6 across the track in the first 400 metres. Mirage Dancer behind those, and then Steel Prince, who's 3 and 4 wide.
Hello? Yep. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yep. Yep. Okay, thanks. Yep, see you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, good. Okay, thank you. Yep, see you, bye. Oh, it's going.
And then came Southern France. Mare de Glace, after beginning well, is now about midfield. One off the fence from Constantinople as they head towards the riverside in the 1700 metres. Further back is Mustajir. There's no pace in the cup. Constantinople on the fence. And then came Cross Counter Downdraft. Well back in the field now, heading towards the 1650 is Latrobe. And then came Sound. Further back is Surprise Baby. Magic Wand around him. Rostropovich the inside, a length Il Paradis. So the chosen one, and at the back is Nerf Bosk. So it's Twilight Payment heading towards the 1400 metres, just gets a little bit quicker. A length and 3/4 to in second, Master of Reality. They were followed by Vow and Declare, the box seat third. Then came Hunting Horn, Prince of Aaron, a length and a half, Young Star and Steel Prince still pulling. A length and a half to Finch, and then came Raymond Tusk. Next Mirage Dancer and Constantinople at the 1200 metres. Further back in the field, Southern France, who's a bit wide. Then Mare de Glace. Next in the field, Latrobe, Mustajir, Cross Counter, Downdraft, Sound, Mirage Dancer on the fence. A length and a quarter away at the 1000 is Magic Wand trying to get going. Surprise Baby's making his move. Il Paradiso third last. And then came the chosen one. And 2 further back is Nerf Bosk. So heading towards the 850 and beyond. Twilight Payment leads 3/4 Master of Reality. Hunting Horn 3D. Vow and Declare behind them from Prince of Aaron. Steel Prince trucks up about 3 off the lead around the turn. Mustajir with a looping run, and Finch is with him, and they were followed by Raymond Tusk. Constantinople trying to get into the clear from Mare de Glace. Next behind those horses, Southern France and Downdraft. Master of Reality at the top of the straight went for home at the 400 metres. Vow and Declare back to the inside. 2 lengths Prince of Aaron. Then came Hunting Horn, Il Paradiso late. Master of Reality with Vow and Declare on the inside. Then Prince of Aaron, Raymond Tusk, Finch. It's Master of Reality. Vow and Declare up on the inside. Vow and Declare, Prince of Aaron is lifting late with Il Paradiso. Master of Reality just in front. Vow and Declare kicks. Vow and Declare's won it for Australia. They're on top of the world. Beats Prince of Aaron, Il Paradiso in a photo finish, and Master of Reality, a classic cup. Behind them, Mare de Glace, then Cross Counter. Next to finish in the race was Sound, Twilight Payment. Then came Raymond Tusk, Steel Prince. Constantinople pulls up with the chosen one, Finch. Back behind them, Latrobe, Nerf Boss, Mirage Dancer, well back, Young Star, Mustajir, Southern...
So Vow and Declare, 23 beats 3, 12 and 20. Il Paradiso didn't have a lot of luck down the straight. Wayne Lorden is currently looking at the film. There's no correct waiters yet.
Okay, yeah, well, you'd have to say that's the run of the race, no matter what the outcome is, because he was spotting the winner about, I'd say, 10 lengths at the 1,000 metres, and he's got to within a head of him or so, half a length. Terrific performance. But as we heard Matthew Hill say, one of the classic Melbourne Cups. I don't think I've seen a more exciting cup than that.
Jesse, we're looking at the head-on footage now. You reckon we're going to hear more?
Well, I think Frankie's horse, Master Reality, did lay in that last little bit. So I'm just having a look. I think there might be, there's reasons to have a look at it. I just don't know how close the interference is to the post. So he's coming there and, well, yeah, he's got grounds, no question.
So it might be 4-3 second if there's a protest, you think, Brass?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. From what we just saw later on, it suggested it was about 3 or 4 strides before the post, so quite a minimal margin in the end. I think it's worth throwing in.
All right, we'll keep an ear out on Flemington. We'll let you know if we get correct weight or whether we're going to the stewards' room. At this stage, 23, 3, 12 and 20 for 2019. And all those exotics are up on screen. We're heading off to a break here on Sky Racing 1. We'll come up with some air and come back in time for the 5th from Kembla Grange.
I did my best to notice when the call